Hi viewers, welcome to the course of Analog and Digital Electronics. So we have been learning about the combination logic circuits. So we have seen in our previous class how to design a half adder. And now let us learn the design of a full adder. So we are going to learn about the full adder, what is its function, how many inputs does it has, and how many outputs does it has, and how to design it to the gate level. Right? So what is a full adder first? The full adder is one which can add 3 bits at a time. Which can add 3 bits at a time. Earlier we have learned in our previous class about the half adder. So what is half adder? The half adder is a adder circuit which will take 2 inputs. That means it can add only 2 bits. Whereas the full adder can add 3 bits. Full adder can add 3 bits. So this is a full adder. Now we have to design it as per our procedure. So what is our first step? We have to define it at a block diagrammatic level. So what is the block diagrammatic level? In the block diagrammatic level of any digital circuit, we will be defining the inputs and outputs. So I represent the full adder with a black box, and the 3 inputs are written on the left side, and as a half adder, the full adder also has the 2 outputs. Namely, one is the sum output and another one is the carry output. And the 3 inputs we can name them as A, B and C, I. Ci is for input carry. Ci is for input carry. And this I call it as a full adder. Fa is for full adder. So this is the block diagrammatic representation of the full adder circuit. The second level is the behavioral design. So behavior means how the inputs and outputs are related. What is the relationship between the inputs and outputs, or what is the Boolean expression forms for the 2 outputs. Boolean expression form for the 2 outputs. To get that, we should be in a position to know what is the expected output of sum and carry for the input combinations. For the input combinations. And that, for that we need the help of the truth table. For that we need the help of the truth table. So what is a truth table? Truth table is a list of all possible input combinations and their corresponding outputs. So we have 3 input combinations, that is A, B and Ci, that is input carry. And you have 2 outputs, that is sum and carry output I am writing as Cy. Carry output I am writing as Cy. And the truth table shows that the input combinations are 8. They are 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1, 1. And 1, 1, 1. These are the input sequences. And their corresponding outputs are, when we add 0, 0, 0, sum is 0, carry is also 0. When we add 0, 0, 1, sum is 1, carry is 0, no carry. 0, 1, 0, sum is 1, carry is 0. 0, 1, 1, sum is 0, carry is 1. Because 0, 1, 1, if we add 0 plus 1 is decimal equivalent is 2. We write it in binary form as 1, 0. We write in the binary form as 1, 0. So 0 we call as the sum output and 1 we call as the carry output. That we have already seen in the case of the half adder. So 1, 0, 0 is sum 0, 1, 0, 0 is sum is 1, carry is 0. 1, 0, 1, sum is 0, carry is 1. 1, 1, 0, sum is 0, carry is 1. 1, 1, 1, sum is 1, carry is also 1. Why? Because 1, 1, 1, if we add, we'll get 3 in the decimal. In the binary, 3 is written as 1 1. So this one is sum bit, and this one is the carry bit. This one is the carry bit, and this is the truth table that gives us the behavior of the circuit. Behavior of our circuit. Next, but what we need the Boolean expression form. We need the Boolean expression form. To get the Boolean expression form, we have to write the two output functions in terms of sum of minterms. In terms of the sum of minterms. And let me proceed further as sum as a function of A, B, C, I can be expressed as sigma of. So what are the midterms under sum category? If you write the decimal equivalents, this is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. This we already knew because we already know the binary numbering system. So sum minterms means what? The combinations for which the output t value is 1. The input combinations for which the output value is 1 are called as the minterms. So under the sum 1, 2, 4, 7. Under the sum we have 1, 2, 4, 7. And under the carry A, B, C, I can be written as sigma of 3, 5, 6, 7. 3, 5, 6 and 7. We have already solved this example in the case of the 3 variable K-map examples. 3 variable K-map examples, and there we call it as the odd function. Don't worry, I solve it once again. So we have to solve for the sum example. So let us draw a 3 variable K-map. Let's draw a 3 variable K-map, which is consisting of 8 cells. Row element is A, column elements are B and Ci. This is 0, 1. This is 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1 and 1, 0. This is B bar, C bar, B bar, Ci. This Ci, I am writing this as B, Ci and B, Ci bar. This is A bar and this is A. Next step is numbering. This is 0, 1, 3, 2, 4, 5, 7 and 6. Next step in the K-map preparation is place the ones in the cells that correspond to the minterms. 1, 2, 4, 7. So none of them are adjacent to each other. So this is a subgroup, this is a subgroup, this is a subgroup, and this is a subgroup. And ultimately we write the sum expression as from this subgroup A bar, B bar, Ci plus A bar, B, Ci bar from this plus from this A, B bar, Ci bar plus from this A, B, Ci. A bar, B bar, Ci, A bar, B, Ci bar, A bar, B, Ci bar, A, B bar, Ci bar, Ci bar, A, B, Ci, B, Ci. So this is the expanded form of A XOR B XOR C. This is the expanded form of A XOR B XOR C. You can obtain this expression from this by writing the expanded form of the XOR. So this can be written as A XOR B can be written as A bar B plus AB bar. A bar B plus AB bar. XOR with the Ci. You assume this entirely as X XOR Ci. X Ci bar plus X bar Ci. Substitute in place of X A bar B plus AB bar and expand this expression. Remove the redundant product terms. When you remove the redundant terms, you will get this expression A XOR B XOR Ci. And similarly, we have to solve the K-map of the carry expression. K-map of the carry expression. Under the carry, the midterms are, we'll draw the same K-map. We'll draw the same 3 variable K-map, which consists of 8 cells. That is A, B, Ci. Divided into 8 cells. 0 1 0 0 0 1 1 1 and 1 0. Cell number 0 1 3 2 4 5 7 and 6. And the midterms here are 3 5 6 7. So octet not possible, quad not possible, pair is possible. 5 and 7 forms a pair, 6 and 7 forms a pair, and 3 and 7 forms a pair. And the expression for the carry will be obtained as, from this we can write A, from this we can write A, this is B bar C, this is B C I, this is B C I bar, this is B bar C I bar, this is A bar A. So from this what can you write? You can write A B B bar, so C I, A C I, plus from this what do you write? A C I C I bar, so B, plus finally we write from this A is not present here, B C I, B C I. So A C I plus A B plus B C I. So how many AND gates we need? How many AND gates we need? 3 AND gates and 1 OR gate. And for this we need one exclusive OR gate. And final step, the gate level design. After step 4 it is gate level design. In the gate level design, so we will discuss this in the latter. For the exclusive OR gate, we cannot apply the 3 inputs. Exclusive OR gate is only 2 inputs we can apply. So we use the 2 XOR gate instead of the 3 input single XOR gate in the logic design. Okay. So that the logic circuit becomes, so these inputs are A and B, A and B. This is one exclusive OR gate, and output of this is applied with the another input Ci to one more XOR gate, and this will become the sum output. Next we have carry also to be represented. A Ci given to one AND gate. A B, next is AB. So take the B from here. AB to be connected to another AND gate, followed by last is BC. B I take from here, C I take from here, and these 2 inputs are connected to another AND gate. Plus means they are all connected to one OR gate. They are all connected to one OR gate, and the output is called as the carry output. And this is the present in that black box what we assume. Present in that black box what we assume. So this is the full-fledged design of a full adder. This is the full-fledged design of a full adder. And in the next class we are going to learn about the parallel adder. We are going to learn about the parallel adder. Thank you for today's class.